Time for some trending tickers. Taiwan Semiconductor beating expectations in its latest report and raising its full-year revenue outlook, fueled by confidence in AI demand. The chipmaker's CEO saying on an earnings call, quote, "This time AI demand is more real than 2 or 3 years ago." This comes just a day after reports of potentially tighter trade restrictions from the U.S. send chip stocks lower. We're seeing a bit of a clawback there of those losses that we had seen in yesterday's session. Again, you're looking at gains of just about 3%. But digging into this report, lots of strength. They recorded 40% sales growth here for the quarter, raising their full-year growth outlook, revenue growth outlook, to be in the above the mid 20% range. We mentioned the commentary from the CEO in regards to AI. Well, the company actually saw high-performance computing, including AI, contributing to 52% of TSMC's revenue here. And that is significant because that marks the first time that has happened, that it's accounted for more than half of the revenue there going forward. So, Maddie, that really speaks to the insatiable demand that we have seen for AI, this willingness, this CapEx willingness here from companies to spend on their AI efforts. And a name like Taiwan Semiconductor clearly reaping the benefits of that.
Absolutely. I think it's interesting to take a look at beyond the stats that you mentioned for TSMC, and obviously the growth that TSMC has, contributing 90% of the world's most advanced chips. When you get a report like this with such strong earnings, that's going to move the companies that are utilizing and being the customers of TSMC. So that is why we are seeing a turnaround in some of these chips names in the pre-market trade here. You're looking at shares of Nvidia moving strongly to the upside, up over 3% in the pre-market here. I also mentioned to you, Sean, I was surprised at the degree of the upside that we were seeing in Intel. That is one of the companies that's going to be a beneficiary of the commentary that we saw both from President Biden and former President Trump about bringing production stateside. This is a company that already has the chokehold really on U.S. production. Meantime, you've got TSMC working on building plants in Arizona. That's going to cost them over $65 billion, but that takes time. And that is part of the broader discussion we've been having about bringing production stateside and the expense and time that that's going to take.